Hey gamers, if you think you can get other players to guess different words and phrases using only random shapes, then you ought to check out Glyphics. Let's take a look at how this game plays. In this game, players are trying to score the most points by creating different glyphics according to the card that they have and having somebody else at the table be able to guess correctly. Players can use the standard cards or the easy peasy cards depending on how difficult they want the words to be, and at the beginning of their turn, they will also tell players whether they are trying to guess a noun, a verb, or a phrase. Players will score, both the guesser and the creator of the glyphic will score 1 point for every correctly guessed noun and verb, and 2 points for every correctly guessed phrase. Let's say that I have this card here. I'm going to try and get somebody to guess stomach. That might be a pretty easy one. I'll take one of these stick figures here, and I'll take this arrow and point at their midsection. Hopefully somebody gets that, and I'd get a couple points for that. Then maybe in a future round, I'm going to have somebody try and guess bed, so I'm going to take this rectangle, maybe make a pillow there, put somebody in the bed, maybe cover them up with something to make it look like a blanket. Again, hoping somebody guesses that correctly so that I can get some points there as well. You'll go through either 5 or 6 of the different things here on the card, depending on if you're playing the standard or the 6 for 6 variant. And then at the end of all of those rounds, after everyone's taken their 5 or 6 turns, the player with the most points will win. There are additional variants as well where you can play where you don't announce what category it is in. You can play with teams. You can play without a timer, all things of that nature. There's lots of cards to go around, so there is going to be lots of different glyphics to guess, no matter how you choose to play. I actually didn't think I was going to like this one very much. I find games like this kind of difficult, and I'm including games where you're usually like drawing things, getting players to guess, like Pictionary. This one felt more in the vein of like Mr. Face, where you're trying to, I think, make emotions, if I remember right, on a face, and getting players to guess that. So I thought this would be kind of similar, but I kind of thought that this worked. The pieces are very abstract. There's mostly sticks and circles and half circles and things like that, so there's not a lot of variety in the shapes, but it kind of works for most of the different words that are on there. You can kind of piece it together. You're not going to get every single one right, but you know, we did see in a 4-player game lots of different ability to guess correctly, which was a little bit surprising, but that just kind of proved to me that the game really does work. It's loud, it's funny, it's silly to listen to things people are throwing out as guesses and have them go, what are you talking about? That's not at all what I'm trying to make here. And it's really satisfying, I think, when players do guess correctly, especially when you're doing those phrases, because those can be really, really difficult, which is why they're worth more points. So I think it's really fun when you actually get one of those correct. But overall, there's a ton of variety. I think it works pretty well. If you're somebody who likes this style of party game, I think it's definitely worth checking out. But you can see my full thoughts on the blog today to decide if this one's for you.